Welcome to History's Mysterious Minds, the podcast where we investigate the strange intersections of history, conspiracy, and the unexplained, where the margins of recorded fact meet the shadows of the unbelievable. Today, we go underground, literally, into a desert, into a government facility, into a story whispered between UFO researchers, leaked documents, and one astonishing claim. That in the heart of Area 51, a being once lived, a being from another world. Its name, at least the one we gave it, was J-Rod. And if the stories are true, it wasn't just here for observation, it was here to help us. Or maybe to warn us. Episode 9, J-Rod, the alien in the basement. Our story begins in the 1990s, with a microbiologist named Dan Burish. Or at least, that's the name most often attached to this tale. Burish claimed to have worked on a secret government project deep inside a facility known as S4, a site near the infamous Area 51. According to him, his work wasn't theoretical, it was biological, because he was assigned to study a living entity, an extraterrestrial being, its nickname, J-Rod. The name supposedly came from an internal classification, J-Rod, meaning a type of grey alien believed to come from the Zeta Reticuli star system. But here's where it gets strange. Burish claimed this wasn't just any alien. J-Rod was a time traveller. According to Burish's testimony, J-Rod wasn't alien in the way we usually think. He was a distant descendant of us, of humans. From tens of thousands of years in the future, his species had evolved after a cataclysmic event, possibly nuclear, possibly environmental. And through thousands of years of technological advancement and genetic drift, humanity had changed, thinner, greyer, larger heads, fragile, but with expanded cognitive capacity. J-Rod allegedly had come back in time, perhaps through a wormhole or advanced technology, to help correct our trajectory, to steer us away from destruction. And Burish, he was part of a team tasked with studying him, communicating with him, healing him. Here's what Burish described. A secure, pressurized room deep below the desert, a thick glass barrier separating human scientist from a single figure, about 4 feet tall, thin limbs, large black eyes, communicating telepathically, and suffering from a degenerative nerve condition. J-Rod, Burish said, was in pain, and his mission was urgent. Burish even claimed to have assisted in genetic experiments involving J-Rod's DNA, helping the being return to his timeline, possibly via a device known as the Looking Glass, allegedly reverse-engineered from alien technology. Yes, it sounds unbelievable. Yes, it sounds cinematic. But that hasn't stopped the story from spreading. So, was it real? There are reasons to be skeptical. Dan Burish's credentials have been challenged. His story has evolved over time. Some call him a disinformation agent. Others say he's mentally unstable. Still others believe he's a truth-teller, silenced for revealing too much. The claims were picked up by UFO researchers like Bill Hamilton, and even mentioned in the so-called Majestic 12 documents. Controversial and possibly forged papers detailing secret government operations regarding extraterrestrials. But what gives the J-Rod story its strange staying power is the consistency across decades of testimony. Multiple alleged whistleblowers, some named, some anonymous, have described similar entities, similar facilities, and eerily parallel experiments. And if J-Rod was real, if a post-human species travelled back to prevent its own collapse, then this isn't just a story about aliens, it's a story about us, about where we're going, and how far we'll go to survive ourselves. In the end, we're left with a mystery, not just of identity, but of possibility. Is J-Rod a hoax, a metaphor, or a classified reality we're not ready to face? The truth is still locked away in bunkers, behind badges, beyond FOIA requests. But the question lingers, hovering like a signal on the edge of detection. What if we met the future and it looked back at us with our own eyes? Thank you for joining me on this otherworldly journey through the story of J-Rod, part science fiction, part conspiracy, and part mirror. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who's not afraid to ask, what's really out there? Or, what's already here? Until next time, stay curious, keep questioning, and remember, not all visitors come from the stars. Some may be walking back from our future.